you're still alive. Hi, it's me, LethalBenzine. This is my channel. You might know me from Buns on the Run, which I was half of, but I decided to start my own channel and see what I can come up with, because I'm not sure what this is going to be yet. So this video today has a little bit of a theme. I don't know if you've noticed. Today we're going to be talking about cats. Who doesn't like cats? A lot of people, actually. That's sad. That's very sad. That actually leads into what I want to talk about. So the first thing you should know about me is that I'm a big animal lover. I love all types of nature and different animals, and I just want them all to be loved and hugged and squeezed, not in like a dangerous way. So when I first moved here, I found a colony of feral stray cats who were living in the area. And of course, me being the animal lover that I am and the person who just thinks that everything needs a home, I decided to put food out. So I've been feeding these feral stray cats for, I want to say 5 years, but the colony that I was feeding, they're called colonies when you're feeding a group, was taken away the first time by animal control, which is not the way you want it to go at all. Bad things happen when animal control gets involved, unfortunately. They aren't very sensitive to the cat population. They kind of feel like they're overpopulated and take up space rather than it being a life and it being somebody who needs help. So the first colony I was feeding was taken away. They were taken out of the neighborhood, and then immediately after, another colony took its place, which is what technically happens when one group goes out. Because the territory is then vacant, another group will move in and take in that area, especially if there's a food source. So what happened was more cats came. More cats came. A lot of cats. All the cats. So as time went on, I was feeding a mother cat and her kitten. Then I was feeding a group of 5 cats that I knew very well. Then as more time passed, I was feeding anywhere from 8 to 11 stray cats that were just in the neighborhood. We had a neighbor pass away and their cats came into our yard. We had more people start feeding them in the neighborhood and in the neighborhood behind us, meaning there was a lot of cats. So I got to know these cats very well. I knew their personalities, I knew which ones you could touch, which ones you shouldn't touch. The ones that were just too skittish and they wanted attention, but they just wanted to be talked to. They didn't really want any physical contact. So I had Mama Cat, who was one of the first cats of the second colony that I was feeding, and then her baby, who actually I named Kit. He was the first one that I could actually pick up and like play with and hold. He was born in June, so he's over 2 years now. Then there was Freya, who is a little tabby. She's tiny. She had a pregnancy. She only had 1 kitten, and then we found that kitten like on our property. It didn't make it, so I buried that kitten in our yard. Had a little like ceremony for it because it was sad. I was like devastated when I found this kitten. I also have Greta, who is a gray and white short hair. She had a brother or sister who was a long hair. It looked like a Persian cat or a rag doll, and it did not belong outside. I don't know if somebody's cat got out, but that did not look like a stray cat. But I couldn't touch him. He was kind of like standoffish. There were 3 black cats and a black and white kitten that showed up recently who I was trying to get close to. I loved that kitten. It was adorable. Greta, Freya, Mama Cat, Kit, 3 black cats, and a kitten, and the other gray and white. Yeah, so that's like 9. I had more. I know who they are. It's hard for me to remember now. Oh, I feel bad. Oh my god, Colin. So we had this kitten. His name was Colin Farrell. Get it? It wasn't my idea. It was my fiance's idea. But I loved it and I went with it because he was adorable. He was super sweet and super affectionate. Like, he would rub on your legs. He would want to be, I'd pick him up, but he didn't know how to be let down from being held. So as soon as you pick him up, he was fine. But when you put him down, his legs would all go up and then out. So he would just kind of crash land on whatever you put him on. So I was always careful to put him like as close to the ground as possible. He was adorable. He had pumpkin colored eyes, like bright orange and green, and like I have a couple pictures of him on my Instagram. So the one thing you don't really want when you are a feeder of stray cats is somebody to come knock on your door in the middle of the day and tell you that they're gonna remove them from the area. And guess what happened the other day? I got one of these notices. So what they told me was they were removing the cats. I asked them a couple questions. I was like, where are they going? Who's taking them? Turns out it is this group called A.S.H.A, Animal Safe Haven and Adoptions Inc. And they are a no-kill, no-profit volunteer group who try to rehome stray cats, and they try and find a beneficial environment for feral cats that cannot be homed. So the notice that I received says, "To whom it may concern, we have been contacted about the stray cats and kittens in the local area. We are putting out live traps to safely and efficiently catch the stray cats and kittens. Once caught, the stray cats will be checked for microchips, spayed, neutered, vaccinated, and vetted. After recuperating, they will be transferred to a safe outdoor home that has caretakers to provide shelter, food, water, and vetting." This is a non-profit organization. They have only volunteers. It says on their card, no kill, no profit, no government funding, and no paid staff. So these are a group of fosters and volunteers, people who actually want to make the world a little safer for these cats, because most of the time they spend their entire lives on the street. They have diseases, they are often run over on streets and highways and things like that when they're trying to cross. They don't have sufficient food, water, shelter, or veterinary attention, which obviously if they don't have a home, they're not going to have any of that. So I actually contacted this company because I wanted to know where the cats were going, what was going to happen to them. And what they told me is they actually try and find the feral cats a building or business, something that they can go into and be a chemical-free pest control, meaning they would catch mice and rats. They would be taken to lumber yards, barns, breweries, any outdoor business that has need for pest control without using harmful chemicals or traps, things like that. So in a way, it would give these cats a chance to have a semi-normal life. They would be monitored, they would have regular vet care, they would have food and water, somebody to take care of them. So that was the only thing that changed my mind about this, from thinking like, oh no, this is the worst thing that could happen, to maybe it's a better thing. I mean, of course, I want them here and I'm gonna miss them, but I'm glad that they have a chance at a future and a real life. They started trapping before Christmas, the week before Christmas, and my numbers of cats that I usually fed anywhere from 8 to 11. Usually 8, but sometimes 11. It depended on how hungry they were, I guess. And my numbers have already gone down to 2 cats. 2 that I recognized from the colony before. I have seen 2 stray ones that I've never seen before, but I'm guessing that's because they're being pushed out of the area that they're in. We have already, as of 12/19/16, trapped 7 cats, 3 of which have already been vetted and are ready to be transferred to a safe outdoor home. So it's kind of bittersweet. It's sad, but at the same time, I'm really happy for them and I want them to be taken care of, because I don't have the ability to take them all in or get them vet care that they need. The only thing I've been doing is giving them food and water every day, which in a way is a start, but this is a lot better for them. So right now it's not that bad, it's 42 degrees, but it's the beginning of January now. And I know it's just gonna get colder, we're gonna have snow, we're gonna have ice, things that outdoor pets shouldn't really have to put up with, especially when they have no shelter, because that makes it very difficult. And then I worry about them, and it's just not a good thing. So this group relies solely on donations. If you're interested in that, or if you want to learn more about the company, I'll leave a link below. So a part that I thought was really cute and that actually warmed my heart to them was at the bottom of this paragraph. It says, "We treat every and any animal as family from the moment it comes into our care. Any animal once rescued by us is welcome back any time later in the future, no matter what." Oh, my people. Those are my people. So I just wanted to make this video to kind of update what was going on with the stray cats. Over on our Buns on the Run channel, I'll leave a link below. There's actually a video of when I kind of tricked 5 kittens and a mama cat into getting into our kennels that we had for our dogs, and I took them to a vet hospital where they were transferred to a lady who specialized in stray cats, because they are difficult to deal with. They're not used to being touched, they're not used to affection, anything like that, but once they get it and once they learn that you're not going to hurt them and you're not going to eat them, then usually they're the most loving pets. So I rescued 5 female kittens and their mother. At the time I was kind of conflicted because I felt like I betrayed their trust, but then learning that the kittens were all female and that how quickly female cats can reproduce, I was like, oh, thank God we got them out of there, because we would have had a lot more cats to deal with than just the ones that are here now. I'll leave a link for that video down below if you want to see it. I got to hold them and stuff like that. Well, I held one of them. I held little Mo, the girl kitten that I loved. I could put her into my coat when it was cold. I'd tuck her into my coat and just hold her and she would purr. So I really miss her. And Mama Cat was named Minnie because she was skinny. She was little. And I wanted to name the other ones like Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, and I think I named one Tiny or something because there was one more. So we had like a cute little theme. It was the first time being in a cage. It was the first time being in a car, in a vet's office, in a building. They did, I guess, pretty well for stray cats. And I hope wherever they are that they have a good life and they're happy and they're just safer than they were here. So I'm sure that won't be the only cat themed video that's on my channel. I'm just starting out. Things are not, you see the background, things are not where they're supposed to be yet, but I'm getting there. I'm just trying to start small steps. It's a lot different when you don't have somebody beside you to like bounce off of and laugh with, and it feels so awkward when it's just you, but I'm kind of trying to ease myself into it and get used to it. And there's a lot of video ideas that I have for this channel, not all of them involving my face, so if you don't like my face, don't worry. Sometimes I don't either. I'm very like lost in my brain most of the time. What do you call that? Imaginative, crazy, psychotic, confused. I'm all of those things. So I spend most of my time in my head up here instead of in the real world. So that's probably what you're gonna see, is a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense or is just kind of weird because I'm kind of weird. That's what you can expect. Well, if you don't have any expectations, I can't disappoint. Yep, I disappointed myself. I did it again. Also, I laugh at my own jokes, just so you know. Also, if you're interested in gaming videos, I just did a few with my fiance, Chris, over on his channel, Stouffer Games, so I'll leave a link to that below too. We're currently playing Unravel, which was not my idea because I don't like sad games, but it was his idea, I went with it. You can find me there, you can find me on Buns on the Run sometimes, and you will always find me here because this is my new home. So until I have a proper sign off, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.